is good, everybody? S Crypto 101 coming to you guys with another video today. We're talking about yet another passive income platform that is earning us up to 1% a day. And this thing is super stable, which is important. So if you want to learn about this project, make sure that you guys watch until the end. Make sure that you guys comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to hop in? How much are you putting in? What do you guys think about these passive income platforms? I know you like passive income, so make sure that you do hit the like button if you do like passive income. Make sure that you guys subscribe. We're on our way to 2,500 subscribers, so I will meet you there. And then also make sure that you guys hit that notification bell so you know as soon as these videos are released. Now let's get straight into it. So some key things I want to just point out right now is that this is on the Avalanche blockchain. This is not on Binance Smart Chain. Do not make that mistake. This is on Avalanche. So make sure you understand that. And then the key investment token here that you're going to use to deposit and make your deposit is USDC.E. Not USDC only. USDC.E. So make sure you understand that. So now that we have got that out of the way, we're talking about Bloomify today, which is a passive income platform in which you earn up to 1% of your deposits every single day. We already know how that goes. We're in a lot of these. If you're on the bag builder team, you know we at least have right now a handful of these projects that we're earning passive income on every single day. So this is Bloomify. As you can see here with the UI, everything is right there in front of you as you can see. So I'll go over this and then we'll go over a little bit more of the details really quick and then let you guys make that decision on if you want to invest or not. As always, this is not financial advice. So as you can see here, this is really the UI. This is going to show the amount that you have deposited into your, Bloomify account. Your positive deposit value, you always want to make sure that's true. If that's true, that means you're being a good team member and a community member. Your daily APR, as you can see, I'm at 0.5%. Now it's going to fluctuate from 0.5 to 1%. So it's actually either just 0.5 or 1%. If you are on a team wallet with more than 5 people on it, then you will earn 1% a day. And then if you are on just solo playing it by yourself, you are going to get 0.5% a day. So definitely incentive to join the team because you are automatically making double what you would by yourself. So why not? And then if you do want to join my team, all you have to do is get the link from the description below, or if you have the bag builder team wallet address, all you have to do is copy and paste that here. Make sure you don't choose any of these other teams. Shout out to these guys, but you want to make sure you're on the bag builder team. So in this example, what you would do is make sure that is clear, copy and paste that address, hit create, and then make your deposit. So that's all you have to do to get started. Make sure you have some USDC.E here in your wallet. Hit however much you want to put in. Make sure that you use the bag builder team address, which is right here and will be in the description below. Hit deposit, and then you are good to go. Now on the left side, you can see it's going to give you the Nectar price, which is currently $2.28. Pending rewards are 0, daily rewards are 0, obviously because we have not got started. But we are going to go ahead and hit that deposit button and then we will reconvene. All right, and now we are cooking with oil. Now we are got it going. So look, as you can see here, now we have our daily reward that we're earning 20 cents a day. Obviously that is not a lot right now, but we are going to make a lot bigger of a deposit very soon. I can tell you that because I am super excited about this and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So our max payout right now is 35 Nectar, as you can see. So that's going to be 365% times whatever your deposits is. We already know that game, right? This is going to show you how much you've claimed. This is going to show your downline count. And then this is going to be where you can put in a wallet address and see how many airdrops they've sent, how big their team is, etc. But as you can see here, this is updated. We now have 9.8 Nectar deposited. So it did take out the 10% tax, which we'll go over the tax structure soon. And then now my daily APR is 1% because I joined a team of more than 5 people. So 5 or more people. So if you're on a team with 5 or more people, you are earned 1% a day. Now, if you join my team for the first 10 people, once we hit 10 people with at least a $50 deposit, I am going to do a giveaway of 50 Nectar tokens. So right now that's right around $125, $130. So all you have to do, join using my link, Once we get 10 people that make at least a $50 deposit, I'll immediately be giving away $125 worth of Nectar tokens. So that's 50 Nectar tokens to a random person on the team. So who knows, that might be you. And then right there from the bat, you've almost already 2.5x your deposits, and then you're sitting pretty immediately. So that's exactly what this is looking right here. Very simple, very straightforward with the UI. We'll take a look at some of this other stuff on the left side. Now this is more so the DEX if you wanted to buy Nectar or sell Nectar. Right now, there's not really a reason to be buying Nectar unless you want to be in some of the other components of the ecosystem. So you really wouldn't be using this much. Then you have your manage here, which is going to be all your team information. So this is going to talk about the total team members, the last time that there was an airdrop, which that's crazy. I hope that's not the last time there was an airdrop. 1969, that's way before my time. But airdrop sent 0. Is this a team wallet? True. So this is where you would be able to see all the information from my team once you joined my team. And then you have some other stuff down here. So you have the Bloomify Nft. So this is one thing I do want to go over. So with some other protocols, like I'll say, for example, Drip, right? And they call themselves the Drip Killer. I have never been one to say one is a killer of a different project, that this is a piston killer, Cairo is this killer. I've never been one to say that. I think that we all can coexist. And I really feel like what's happening is there's new standards being created and new things that are being added that just make it safer for the investor. So it's not about one killing the other one. It's about the platforms learning from each other and then just improving. So there's going to be different things with each platform. So they call themselves the Drip Killer. I'm not endorsing that in one bit, but this is a very, very, very thorough ecosystem. And one way that they're showing that is they have a Bloomify NFT. Now, the comparable with Drip would be Breep, right? So with Breep, you know, it's super expensive to access all your downlines, right? I think at one point it was like multiple thousands of dollars to be able to have full access to all your downlines. Now, what they did here is they're actually utilizing an NFT that you can upgrade. And pretty much is if you're tier 1, you have access to your first line of downlines. Tier 5, 5 downlines. So that's pretty much how it goes. So that shows all your levels. So you'll be able to really access this at a much cheaper cost because the upgrade prices are pretty much only the upgrade price of that minus what you've already invested in it, right? So I am currently at tier 5, so I'm able to access all the way down to 5 downlines. So that's 5 levels of downlines, I should say. And it goes all the way up to 15 levels. So that's really cool because what that is doing is causing this NFT to have a additional use case in which it's actually being used as the referral token per se. So if you do want to build a team, make sure that you have a Bloomify NFT. I'm going to be doing giveaways for those in the future too. So I'm going to be giving away a lot of stuff with this platform. But make sure that you do have at least one of these before anybody joins using your referral link, because you have to have one and have access to your downlines before you'll see any rewards. And then last but not least, we have the Bloom boxes, which we're not going to touch about today because this is a completely separate thing. But pretty much what Bloombox is a passive income node, which has a auto compounding mechanism built into it. So it auto compounds 6 days a week and claims 1 day a week. So I'm definitely going to be getting into that too, but that's more so on a different side. And we more so just want to talk about the Bloomify daily passive income platform that we are talking about right here. So let's go through, you know, all the information here with the Gitbook really quick. There's a lot of good videos on this platform and all the things that you can learn about with it, but they really do go into depth about exactly how all this works. So some of the main things I want to talk about is the fact that they utilize USDC.E. So if you notice, I deposited USDC.E, a stable coin, into the contract versus per se Drip or Cairo or Piston. Now, what makes that good is the fact that you're not having to sell. There's no selling of the native asset when it comes to funds. So, you know, this is directly, it's USDC funding the treasury for the project. It's not Drip. So if there were funds that need to be used for marketing, etc., whatever, it's USDC that's being used. We're not having to sell the Nectar token, which would in turn drop the price. So there's a lot of things built into Bloomify that I like, that really alleviates a lot of the sell pressure. And that's really kind of what makes it stand out for me. So as I say, we're using USDC, and what happens is right here it tells you in Bloomify you deposit USDCE into the Flower Vault, which is the 1% payout platform. The contract swaps 50% of that USDCE to Nectar. The deposit grants the user 0.5 to 1% daily rewards in Nectar, depending on if the user is part of a team or not. Without a team, 0.5%. With a team, 1%. And then obviously with any of these platforms, there's going to be a referral system, which really helps because it more so uses a guerrilla marketing tactic of, hey, I heard about this word of mouth. I heard about this word of mouth versus, hey, I'm going to pay, Jake Paul $250,000 to talk about this project, and then that's it. I've been through those days, and that does not work. So it goes into depth here. Like I said, you can always access this and look at all this information if you really want to get the good breakdown of it. But it talks about all the different things here. It talks about how the ecosystem works. It talks about how they're wanting to develop the DEX and a stable coin platform, and how they have this and how the NFTs are being used. So it's really part of the ecosystem, which is always important for me to see is we're not only focusing on one aspect of the project. Hence the 0.5 to 1% a day. That's not the only thing. There's already other stuff in the works that have been worked on, and things have already been built so that it's already standing on multiple legs and not just one, which is super important. And how can you participate? Super easy. All you have to do, like I said, is purchase USDC.E from Trader Joe or your favorite Avalanche, DEX or whatever you want to use, your swap. And then what it's going to do is you're going to deposit it into the Flower contract like I showed you earlier. Make sure you use my link because we got hella giveaways coming. And then the contract swaps 50% of the USDC with Nectar. And then this just talks about how you're going to actually use those Bloomify NFTs that we showed, the one with like the little butterfly and the flowers. You're going to be using those to access your referral downlines, which is important. And I love that it's not another token. It's not super expensive. I don't have to spend $10,000 to access all my downlines. It's not even like that. So how do you benefit? How do I benefit? How do we benefit as bag builders? So you lock tokens in the Flower Vault. Obviously with these, you cannot withdraw your deposits. If you don't know that at this point, then you might need to go check out a different video, because you cannot put your money in and then just take it out. People would drain the hell out of these things. So that's obviously, you can't do that. Your max payout is 3.65 times your deposit. There is burning of significant percentage of the taxes, which we'll talk about. Token price stability. So one thing that they have implemented, I'm going to show you, is the Horde price stability mechanism that they have in here that really kind of keeps the price very stable. Now, like I said, with new platforms, new innovation comes, and I'm starting to see a lot of people use this Horde. I think it's liquidity management system, and what it does is it really keeps everything very, very stable. So this is on a 4-hour chart. I always like to zoom out because one minute there's going to be fluctuations. It's going to look crazy. So the project came out on the 20th of July here, and as you can see, it started at 232, went all the way up to 260 or like 270, and then right now it's at 229. So they give it, I believe, like a 50 cent or a certain percentage, like a 50. Right now it's a 50-cent variance from like a median price. So what that's doing is really allowing it to be stable, and with anything that's stable, like we've talked about, is that is going to really incentivize whales and people who have big bags to actually come into these platforms. Because if I go into something or I see something and one day it's $1.20, the next day it's $7.50, I'm like, yeah, that's nice for anybody who got in, but as soon as I buy in, it's going down kind of thing. And you don't want to see that. And they've implemented the Horde liquidity management system, which is a key sustainability factor when it comes to, me choosing a project. Of course, you can refer people, like I said, but this is important to know here, because what this does is it really, really incentivizes, like, I don't have to sell the Nectar token. So what happens is, and we'll actually go down to this one, I think it's a little bit better. This talks about the fee distribution here, and this really breaks it down, right? So these are your taxes, and this is what's important. You have your transfer tax. So obviously there's going to be people that try to game the system, so you have to have a transfer tax. Your compound tax. So with this platform, it is 10%. So what's going to happen is 5% of that nectar is immediately going to be burned. Deflationary. That is big. You're not minting new tokens here. You are burning 5% of your compounded amount off the bat, and that's being burnt. So if you compounded, 100, then 5 tokens are immediately going to be burnt. That's big. Then the other 5% is going to be split up a couple different ways. This is going to go to your upline in terms of nectar. So that's going to go up, and that's going to be put into their flower platform. And then the other 0.5% is going to be paid to them in strictly USDC.E. So now that really kind of teaches another thing, right? So if I have a big team, my nectar is growing, and then I am getting profit straight USDC in the wallet because of my downline. So there's no really reason for me to feel the need to constantly sell nectar because I'm already getting USDC from this 0.5% here. So definitely another key sustainability thing that I compliment on that. I'm like, hey, I love that we're actually have a stable token and things like that in here. So that's compound tax. Your sales tax, so this is broken up a couple different ways. You have 33% of that 10% being burnt. Some is going to the treasury, and then the other is going to the flower. So this is going back in the reward pool to pay out the daily dividend, right? And then you have your claim tax, which is 100% nectar. And if you claim, then it's going, strictly to the flower, and that is going to be your account. So if you're claiming, you're going to get, your nectar out of the flower platform at that point. Everybody knows what it is when you claim. There's just this 10% tax on it, and that goes back to the reward pool. So there's all these different things in here, and you can really kind of break this down of how there is constantly tokens being burnt. There's constantly tokens being put back in the reward daily distribution pool, which is key because you have to pay people. And there's just different ways that this is being implemented. We have USDC being paid out to people. So that's what makes it really exciting in my eyes, is there's a lot of different things built in here that are going to make it sustainable. There's not a lot of sell pressure put on this token based on some of these mechanisms. And then we also have that super popular Horde liquidity management system. So I think that is key. Now, I can't wait to get really started in this. Like I said, definitely hop in here and go through this as you should with any platform. I always recommend you do that first, right? Educate yourself on a platform first before you hop in. Don't just go based off somebody saying something. Get in here, look at the Git book, the GitHub, whatever they might call it. Look at the white paper, understand the taxes, understand where everything is going so that you can educate people on it as well and start building out your team. Now, like I said, just really wanted to go over this. I think this is going to be another great addition to the bag builder repertoire of our passive income daily platforms. So now we have multiple ones, and I'm really looking at structuring, doing airdrops for this one on certain days, and then really just kind of spreading out these different platforms on different days. So wanted to go over this. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing a really large deposit into this platform over the next couple of days. Just have to get some stuff moved over to the AVAX chain. Make sure you're on the AVAX chain. This will not work with Binance Smart Chain, so don't try it. But wanted to talk about Bloomify. This is a really good platform in my eyes, one that I'm definitely going to get in, one that I look forward to building a team on. Like I said, if you want to join my team, all you have to do is use the link in the description below to join the Bag Builder team. If you ever have any questions, the Telegram link to the Bag Builder team as well is in the description, and you can come in there, ask a question. I'm always available, or you could always just shoot me a DM. Also, make sure that you guys leave your feedback. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know what you guys think about Bloomify in general. Make sure you guys subscribe. We're so close to 2,500. Make sure that you guys hit the notification button so you know about these great passive income platforms as soon as they come out. And last but not least, remember the giveaway we have going on. As soon as we hit 10 people on the team with a minimum of $50 deposited amongst those people, so it has to be 10 people who deposit at least $50, we will be doing a and $25 worth right now. Who knows what that might be soon. But 50 Nectar tokens to a random person on the team, and that is going to build your bag immensely. So make sure you guys do everything I said earlier in terms of comment, like, and subscribing, hitting that notification button. Make sure you guys also check me out on Twitter at scrypto101, and we are going to keep building our bag.